And a big hello to you. It's today's United Kingdom talk. Yes, gang, if you're a podcaster or a viewer on YouTube, it's the one before Christmas. Christmas Eve for me. It might not be Christmas Eve for you if you're listening to this on a radio station, but for me, 'tis Christmas Eve. Oh, only another few hours to go. And can you believe, outside, there are snowflakes falling as I'm sitting here recording this show. How wonderful to look at, but how vile and awful to be out in. And also, as it's coming to Christmas, my hair has been cut. Oh yes, #1 all over. A #1 grade all over. I'm looking butch today. I could be one of those American Marines that you see on the films. I really am looking quite butch today, boys and girls, all ready for Christmas. I had this done actually yesterday. I went to visit my friend Ronnie in London. He works in the near Old Street. There's a big roundabout there, very busy traffic around the area, in a shop. And we had a bit of lunch, and afterwards I was going to meet him back at his flat. So he gave me the keys, and before I went just down the road and had my hair cut at this little Turkish hairdressers. I've never been in there before. And a real professional. It was an old bloke who did it, I suppose about 50, 55 years old. Didn't speak much English, right? So I sat in a chair, and I have to say, possibly one of the most professional jobs of a hairdresser's that I've ever seen in my life. A proper barber's it was. You know, I sat there. He didn't start rabbiting on about where he was going on holiday or what he's doing here or what he's doing there. I just sat there, and he got the old machine, bzzz, carefully done my hair, and then I went to get up then, when I thought he was finished, because he very professional, very professional. He got a bit of paper and put that round my neck, and then put on that cloak thing, I don't know what it's called, to stop the hairs going all over you. And then when I finished, he started removing it all, and he said, no, please sit. So obviously he hadn't finished yet, so I felt compelled to sit down. I do like to be told what to do. I haven't found anyone who's able to do that yet. Only my mum and dad. No one has been able to tell me what to do. So I continued to sit back down. And then he got this bit of paper and he put something on it. I think it was a bit of soap, and then kind of went round the line of my hair with this thing. And then it opened a drawer and out came the cutthroat razor. Da, da, da. And I'm always very, very nervous about that when they start waving that thing around in front of you like a madman. Eh? So he scraped all round, and then he did my eyebrows and my nose hairs and my ears hairs. I mean, it just went on and on. But to be honest, it didn't go on and on, because it was all over and done with, I would say, in 10 minutes. I think it took about 10, 15, certainly no more than 15 minutes. Really professional. He just got on with the job, didn't fill the air with unwanted chatter. So I'm very pleased with that. Little Turkish hairdressers. Came out from there, went over to Ron's flat, let myself in. His other half was sitting there, but he was just going out. So then that would have been about 4:30 in the afternoon. Ron wasn't back from home until 7 o'clock. So I kind of sort of fell asleep on the settee. And when he came home, we were supposed to go out for a pizza or something, you know, just before Christmas. It's nice to do that. But we never actually got around to it, because he's got this real Christmas tree in the corner, for which he paid £45 for, which I thought was a bit expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong, nice big tree, but actually not much bigger than the one I have here. Now, on the left-hand side of me is a 6-foot tree from Asda, artificial, which cost me £23. And it also has the lights on it. Now, they don't flick, the lights don't flicker, they're just on, but that's okay, I'm happy with that. So that's there. Now, he went out and bought I suppose that must have been 6 foot as well. Nice looking tree, 6-foot tree. As I say, 45 quid. And he's only had it a week, and the needles are everywhere. If you've ever had a real Christmas tree, you'll know exactly what I mean. The needles absolutely go everywhere. And they were on the floor. He's come back in and he says, have you seen the tree? I said, yeah, it's nice. He said, look at the needles. I said, I know. I didn't like to say anything. He said, no, I've been to complain today. They're coming back tomorrow to replace it. I says, and Ron does things properly. And he's got all these decorations on. And it looked lovely. I've got to say, it looks lovely. But the fact is, the needles were literally falling off while we're sitting. He said, look, and he shook it, and the whole thing just dropped needles. So, Ron, if you're a regular listener or viewer to the show, you will know Ron is a bit of a stress case. He worries about everything, and he stresses out about things. I mean, he said to me yesterday, my life is just so stressed. I said, yeah, but you like it like that. He said, no, I don't. I said, you do. You've always been like that. When I was going out with him years ago, going back here 18 years, when I was going out with him, he was exactly the same. He just worries all the time and stresses out about things. You should hear the way he screams down the phone at people, because so much seems to go wrong. Anyway, so I said, well, I've got to get this out. He said, this is doing my brain in. I can't leave that tonight. So at about 9:30, the hoover comes out and he starts hoovering. I said, Ron, you're wasting your time, because when they come back tomorrow to bring the next tree in, you're going to have to do all this again. He said, do you know what? I just want to pick that thing up and chuck it out the window. I said, well, that's a way of doing it. At least it won't go all over the place then. He said, well, I can't do that. He said, I'm going to take the decorations off now. I said, all right, then, do. So out come the decorations boxes. Oh, it was a mess. It was a blooming mess. You've never seen anything like it. All the decorations were coming off, and he had put a lot on there. It looked so nice. Anyway, so he's got all these things in the boxes. Of course, every time he touches the tree, another 10 million needles dropped onto the floor, didn't it? So he's got the decorations off, right? He said, well, they'll come in tomorrow and do it. And he's standing there, hands on hips, and he says, what shall I do now then? He says, I think I should take it downstairs now. How am I going to get it out? And he is next to a window, but below him is a garden, so you can't chuck it out the window. If you take it down the communal stairs, the needles are going to go every way there. The only other way is out through his living room, through his hall, and through the bedroom, because it's like a long time, like a little corridor, and then he's got a back door. And he says, this is going to go everywhere. He said, I don't know what to do. Now, the thing is with Ron, he is very indecisive. It's a blooming nightmare when you want to go out for a pizza, and it's got to look through the whole menu. You know, it's going for the whole. Oh, I might have that. Oh, get your food! I can't stand people indecisiveness. I can't stand it. He'd go out, and he's like a woman in a clothes shop, trying everything on. I don't know, what one shall I have? And all a bit like that. Oh, it's awful. And it's like this, oh, I'm getting so stressed out. He's standing there in the living room. I'm getting so stressed out. What shall I do? What shall I do? I said, right. I said, don't stress yourself out anymore. Whatever way you do this, you are going to make a mess. I'll tell you what to do now. Pick the tree up, take it through there, and put it out the back door outside. Oh, yeah, but I said, Ron, I said, don't even think about it. Pick up the tree, take it outside now. And he's like, I think you're right. I said, I know I'm right. Go on, just pick it up now and do it. And with that, he picked it up, dragged it through the house, and out it was. Of course, needles everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Needles all over the place. So he's come back in and he says, oh my God, look at them. He said, I can't leave this. I says, I know. He said, out come the hoover. Very quickly, the hoover got blocked up. There were so many needles, but he emptied that a few times. And by the time he'd finished hoovering and fuffing about all over the place, it was about 9:10. At which point I thought, oh, I've had enough of this, so I went. But I didn't show that. It's all right, you don't watch the programme. Oh, you don't get any support from me. Never watches the shows. But about 9:15, I'd had enough. I had had enough of him moaning, so I left. I went out somewhere else. Don't you dare tell him that. So that was my night yesterday. Did that annoy me? No, not really, because I know what he's like. It often happens that I'll go round his house. He'll be either there or on his own or with his other half. And there's always some disaster. You know. Do you know anyone like that? There's always some disaster that's happened. Last time I went, we ordered these pizzas and they never got there. So we went round to the shop to pick them up, and the bloke says, oh, the mobile phone number that you gave us to deliver them didn't work when we tried to call it back. Well, and he loses it. He goes mad in the shops, swearing and effing and blinding all over the place. It's hilarious sometimes. Me and his other half sat there once when he was on the phone to someone, screaming down the phone at someone. We're just sitting there giggling. I love it. I only go round there for the show. Now, the email address of the show is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, all right? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, I've got an awful lot of emails waiting to be read out here, my darlings, so we'll get through as many of these as we can on the show today. Can I just remind you about the brand new live show, which is every month. I say it's brand new, we've done a few of them now. It's on Monday nights at 6 p.m. UK time. And for that, go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and click on the Listen Live button in the top left-hand corner. Okay? Once again, and we've got a 3-week break soon while I'm on holiday in January. Once again, for the new live show, and you can join in on the live show by Skype, if you've got Skype. My username, or the username for the show on Skype, will be United Kingdom Radio. That's only for the live show, though, okay? I don't usually give that out. I wish I hadn't said that now. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's only operating when the live show's on. You can join in by Skype or by telephone. Send me your phone number and I'll call you back. All right? Or email. All live. So it's instant, which I'm really enjoying, to be honest. And if you want to join us for the live show, it's every Monday at 6 p.m. UK time. 6 p.m. UK time. And to listen to that, click on the Listen Live button in the top left-hand corner by going to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. The programme's evolving at the moment. That's one change. I also wanted to ask you, if you could listen to a live show, right, but 6 p.m. on Mondays is out of the question. That's UK time. I don't know what time it is for you. Email me in and tell me what would be a good time for you, because I might do another one. All right? What would be a good time for you to listen or indeed watch, because we do the video as well. It's all get the video as well. What would be a good time for you to listen and watch if 6 p.m. on Mondays isn't good? And I hate to ask you this, but I really need to know in English time what that would be for you. Please let us know on the email, okay? chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Now, I've got some old emails here because I've fallen really quite badly behind. So the next couple of shows actually might be email shows, all right? First of all, from Susan. Now, Susan, our cat lover, I've got a date on here written the 25th of November, and I think I've overseen this email, which I must apologise deeply for, unless I've already read it out, which is quite possible. Because you know my mind's like a sieve. So, with emails, very, very rarely I might miss one. But when I look back, because sometimes I go through my inbox on the email thing and I delete things that I thought, oh, did I read that out? So I'm going to read this again. Hopefully I haven't read it yet. From Susan, our cat lover. Hi, Chris. Are you doing okay? I just finished watching your last two shows. And remember, I'm going back here. 25th of November, she sent this. Are you not doing an hour-long show anymore? No. No more hour-long shows on the recorded ones. However, the live show, Susan, at 6 p.m. UK time on Mondays is an hour long, okay? I may be wrong, but I feel like you've been a bit depressed. Believe me, I know what it feels like lately. I hope you're doing okay because you're a very sweet person. I would hate to see you down in the dumps. Yeah, I was a little bit depressed about a month ago, to be honest, but I'm okay now. We all go through this, Susan, don't we? We have the highs and lows. Today, I'm on a bit of a high. I'll be honest, no, I have not taken anything. I think there might have been extra caffeine in my tea. Or actually, I haven't had any of this Hershey's chocolate yet, have I? I've lied to you. You can hear and see the open packet. Hershey's chocolate, which Brenda sent me in. Thank you, Brenda. Let's have a little bit of that. It's very, very different. It is very different to Cadbury's, isn't it? It's got a bit of a sharper taste, I think, the Hershey's chocolate. And Brenda also sent me in these little silver things, which I'm kind of holding. Oh, go on then, Chris, have one. Shall I have one? Oh, what are these? Oh, they're like little dewdrops. Oh, you know they'd be finished later, wouldn't you? Oh, chocolate. Susan says, I'm sorry I haven't been able to keep up with your shows lately. It's because we've been undergoing a big change at work. As you know, I do medical billing and coding. I wish I hadn't had that chocolate. It's sticking in my teeth now. Let me try and suck it down through my teeth. That's it. Technology has begun to catch up with us. A company here in the US developed a program that automatically codes the doctor's reports and puts on the correct diagnosis. Well, that's clever. All we have to do now is go online and check the diagnosis and click accept and bill, and the bill is submitted for payment. We can do a full week's work in less than a day. Oh, that's not always good news, Susan. Let's start getting rid of people, dear. Replaced by machines once again. She says, but since I have to use the full screen on the computer to do this, I haven't been able to watch your shows. I tried just listening, but with trying to learn something new, I couldn't concentrate. Things are now beginning to get back to normal. Well, don't worry, Susan. All the old shows are always there. They'll be hanging around forever and a day, I'm afraid. On two of your older shows, you didn't say much about what you've been doing during the week. I love hearing about your trips to the grocery store, things you've purchased, and of course Katie the cat. I really wish you would go back to doing an hour show. Well, it's just a time thing really, Susan. Finding that hour is... See, an hour's recorded show actually takes about an hour and 3/4 to do. That's the truth of it. By the time you've switched off the camera, switched off the sound recording gear, everything here in the studio, the lights go off and what have you, and then I go into another room and then I have to put it together. So an hour's recorded show actually takes about an hour and 3/4. Now, an hour's live show takes an hour. End of story. Because there's nothing else to do. So that's why the show's only half an hour long, because I've just got a little bit too busy, really, with things. Also, you mentioned you might be coming over to Florida next year. If you could wait about 8 months from now, I will most likely have purchased my travel trailer. I'm hoping I can convince you to spend a little time in Texas. What, to see Southfork? I want to do that, you know that. I really would like to go around to Southfork. It would be great if you could film a show at the Big Cat Sanctuary. That would be fantastic. We could get the lions to sing in the background for you. Really? Do they sing? My Katie talks to me a lot now. She's always talking. Meow. As I'm in the kitchen. Meow, meow, meow. Always talking around my legs. You could visit Southfork and maybe go down to the coast and cross the border into Mexico to shop. If not, I would love to meet you in person. If it wouldn't be an imposition, I would love to drive to Florida and visit you for a day or two. Well, I'd better get back to work. Hope you have a really wonderful week and things get better for you. All my love, Susan. Yeah, thank you for that, Susan. Texas is on the list. It's on the list of things to do. Do not worry, my love. Where are we going now? Oh, I've got confused with these emails. Just a minute. One here from Robert in Iceland. A Christmas message from His Royal Highness. Dear Chris and friends of United Kingdom Talk, glad to report that we are chicken pox free. I should hope so as well. You don't want that around Christmas, do you? At various times these past few weeks, one of them has been at home with this. I am amazed, I really am, at just little fuss they made of it. Though I did see our cat, Peeler, scratching the other day. Do cats get chicken pox, or is it mouse pox in their case? I don't know, dear. I'm glad to report that my cat has no diseases at all. Christmas will soon be upon us, my friend. Yes, tomorrow, if you're watching this on the right day. For the first time this year, we will not be sending Christmas cards, but rather we will make a donation to charity. Good idea. I so look forward, to this time of the year and the prospect of presents in the form of toys. Oh yeah, us men need toys as well. We need toys to play with. I have made it clear that I do not want any of that damn useful stuff. I had my nose pressed, against a shop window, staring at a model helicopter. And my heavens, I have left so many hints about a radio-controlled Dalek from Amazon that it's very nice. Oh, you're a man to me own art there, Robert. We don't want socks and things like that, do we? We want toys. We want boys' toys. Also, I've suggested that a new pair of swimming shorts might be a good idea, as the others are a bit tight around the old doodahs. I've got shorts now. I used to wear Speedos. The only people you now see wearing Speedos are fat, middle-aged and overweight, aren't they? Like me. It's true. They've never got nice bodies, these people wearing Speedos. As I write this email, I can see a large, very large snowplough working on the road outside our window. And the room is full of yellow flashing lights. So you see you've got your own disco there. Don't complain. You've got your own disco, you lucky thing in the road. The ski slope has opened, and I think doing good business. And once again, the side of the mountain near the house is resplendent with ski runs illuminated, causing shadows to form on the sides of the mountain. How beautiful. In the town I have found, guess what? Yes, a shop selling Marmite. And now all I need to do is track down some Branston pickle and I'll be a happy boy. Our product placement should see greats roll into Reardon town. That's what we need. We need Heinz beans and things. And we need to write to Heinz and that. And get some cash. We need to get some cash in. That's what we need, Robert. Elves. Alas, it is my very sad duty to report a sceptic in our midst, dear people. For your illustrious King of the Elves, right to rule has come into question from Tom Harris of TomHarrisUSA.com. I've been forced to send a troop of goblins to sort him out. I'm not saying anything about that. I'm not saying anything. I would have sent my elves, but at this time of the year, I have them contracted out to Father Christmas, and, well, as you know, we need the money to pay you lot. Yes, come on. Have you Icelanders paid our money back yet? Come on, we want the cash. Send it through now. I did consider sending trolls, but sad to say, also at this time of year, it's hard to find one that's sober. Ta-ta for now. I think I hear nursery coming down the corridor. Dear me. There's another couple of emails here that have been arriving from Robert, who also says, Dear Chris, I thought you might like to see a picture of a town centre taken today. And he sent that as well. And it does look, it's all snowy and beautiful, but the picture's not come out too well on the printout, so I can't really show it to you. But it's all lovely and lit, and it's just wonderful. Just wonderful. Now, there is another email here from Robert. I'll leave that for the for the Boxing Day show, all right? It is a Christmas message, but it doesn't matter. It'll be a day later, all right? Because I want to try and get in another few before the end of the show. You remember Suko had offered to look after my house while I'm away? She says, after pondering my offer of house sitting for you, I have decided to retract the application. I think I'll just take some time off at home and do nothing but eat, read, do crosswords and Sudoku. Oh, I can't understand that Sudoku thing at all. How do you do these things? She's going to listen to show tunes and Snow Patrol and the matinee and watch old black and white films. Now, that's my idea of a vacation. Oh, Suko. Old black and white films, dear. I thought you would have upgraded to a colour set by now, my love. No colour television in Suko's house. How awful, dear. Brenda, hello, Brenda. In Lancaster, USA. Winter is officially here. It's currently snowing like crazy and has been all day. I think snow looks pretty on the tree branches. I'm not thrilled, however, when it's on the roads. I drive a minivan, which is rather awful in snowy conditions. I hate driving in the snow, Brenda. I did actually spin a car around on ice once. I was only doing about 30 miles an hour on the motorway, and it could have been disastrous. Fortunately, there was no one else on the road at the time. It's a few years ago now. I just had to write in about 2 incredibly stupid hats that I saw being worn at a local shopping mall. Not stupid hats again. One was fuzzy, white, and a hat with pigtails. As if that would not have been hideous enough, there were great big eyes on top of the hat with black patches around them. Yeah, Joe Morris sent me in a picture of those a few shows ago. Did you see it or not? Awful. I believe it was supposed to be a panda. The second hat was that of a shark's body. They're awful, aren't they? The shark's mouth formed the opening of the hat, making it seem like a tiny shark was eating the head of the wearer. More likely it sucked out her brains. Sucked out her brains. You're right, Brenda. I wish you the best of luck with your live shows. Unfortunately, I'll be at work for the duration of the shows. Are the live shows going to be a reoccurring event? Well, they weren't going to be, but they have become, yes. Every Monday, 6 p.m. UK time. Go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, click Listen Live in the top left-hand corner, OK? Perhaps there will be a future show that I could participate in while I'm off out to dig out my car. Brenda. Oh, I hate all that snow. We have got, as I say, we have got a little bit of snow coming down from outside at the moment. Quick one here from Carl in Yorkshire. As I say, some of these are nearly a month old, these emails, and I'm just very, very sorry about that. OK? And Carl in Yorkshire, we were talking about short people. I said 5'7", which is me. I'm 5'7" inches. He says it's not short. 5'2" is short. Is that what you are, Carl? Are you 5'2"? My God, you're a midget, aren't you? You could get a job at a circus. Because you haven't got a job, have you? Carl, you could get a job at a circus as one of those midgets. Do you like the idea of that? Just a suggestion. Don't get all uppity with me, dear. There's so many more emails here. I'm just not going to get through them, I'm afraid. One here, again, from Suko, who's talking about Leo, and we will come back to a few more in another couple of emails from Robert about Leo in the next show on Boxing Day. Suko says, so sad but beautiful at the same time. Leo was one of our listeners in Norway who died a couple of weeks ago. Dear Leo, might have died in obscurity, and this is a lovely little message to leave you with on this Christmas Eve show. Dear Leo might have died in obscurity, but because of his friends from United Kingdom Talk, with you, dear Chris, at the helm, he was known and loved by many all over the world. Robert's letter is very, very moving, and I totally understand his feeling of loss. My sympathies to him and to Leo and his family and friends, and that's so true. I have a feeling Leo wanted to become more involved in the show, but unfortunately died before he did. And my heart to his family as well. Indeed, my heart to all of you, boys and girls. Thank you very, very much for watching this Christmas Eve show. My name's Chris Reardon. The next show on Boxing Day, if you're watching on podcast, or if you're listening, then check your local radio station for the details. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Happy Christmas. Bye-bye.